What's up, guys? It's Roberto from Driven Media.
What's up, guys? Tommy Kentner from TK Auto Works.
And today we're going to talk about
A new Subaru.
which is, if you thought the VA was hated, the VV is, even more hated, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I think a big part of it is because there's no STI now. It's just a WRX. And something that I really don't understand why Subaru did this, like the better trim only comes with automatic, like if you want the good seats.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's probably because they're trying to push the
CVT.
Yeah. I mean, pushing a CVT and calling it something else doesn't fix the problem.
No.
But
which, I mean, supposedly it's a good CVT, but from what I've seen online, it's not like the Nissans are always blowing up.
Oh, yeah, the Nissans are bad.
Oh, yeah, so bad.
And I really wouldn't say it's too bad. I mean, my wife has a Forester XT, and we've never had any issues out of it.
Yeah.
So
you went through a motor.
Huh?
You went through a motor, but
yeah.
not a transmission, so that's good, yeah.
That's at FA weak rods.
Right.
If you push them a little bit, they go a lot of bit.
Right.
Which, it's funny because, like, the rods and the STIs, they won't break like that. Mm-hmm. They'll S before they break.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the FAs, no.
They're thin.
They're coming out the top.
Right. But yeah, it's just talking about the S210.
Yep.
Which it's, the VV WRX was kind of hated, and I feel like this one's getting even more hate.
Yeah.
And normally I kind of try to take a little bit of Subaru's, options or the reasons of why they did it, but with this one, I kind of get it. Like the hate is real, and it's true. Don't understand why they built this car. Well, $65,000.
Yeah. Well, they tried
comes with a CVT.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. That's that upflip one, or it's a Subaru Performance transmission.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see why they done it either. Because if it's supposed to be the new S line, which is like the top tier STI,
the top tier,
but they don't have an STI, and so it's really they should have started over. Like it should have been like W, like W001 or
like
something.
a different number.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like that way the S209 could have been that last S series. But yeah, so it's got an automatic transmission. I don't even think it makes the power that the S209 makes.
Almost 40-50 horsepower less, which is another big gripe. It's like, how are you going to have a new car that makes less power than the old one? Yeah. It needs to, at the very least, have the same amount. I mean, ideally a little bit more. But
yeah, because that's usually how they work. Like, you started at like S2, S201 or something like that. And then go from up, because it's supposed to be the pinnacle of the technology each generation.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think they hit this one out of the park.
No, and maybe that is the plan all along, because realistically they probably don't make that much money out of the performance Subarus. Most of their money comes from the Foresters and the Outbacks and just regular traffic cars. I hate to say it, we're probably in the minority that people who like sporty Subarus and sporty cars like that. But I think for what it is, the new WRX kind of works with a few mods. I don't think this makes sense to buy this at such a high price,
right?
And you're still very limited. Yeah, very limited.
Well, I mean, I don't know why they would try to do, like, if they even just put it in the 6-speed.
Oh yeah, if they would have done the same car but with the STI 6-speed, I would be like, okay, I can kind of get it then.
But I mean, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just like I mean, maybe their thoughts were like, this is what we got to push now, because maybe the market's changed and we don't know what the market is. Like, maybe people want the automatic over the manual, but also
not for that car, I don't think so. Yeah.
And I think they're only going to produce like 500 of them, and I don't even think they're coming to the States.
Right, like that's what I was reading, that
Yeah.
more than
Which-
likely it's going to go to Japan.
Which kind of sucks because, like, you know, once the S line was over here, that was like their key to get like special.
Yeah,
model
we had like a
Subarus.
good, like a good little era where we had these cars that had never come to the United States.
Right.
You know, with S209, the Type R, just like it was like, wow, okay, like we're finally getting these, and
Yeah.
it was literally like a very short window of time.
Yeah.
Where like it was worth getting. You know.
Yeah. Just I don't know what Subaru's push was to push this one out instead of just kind of. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got all the parts so they could make an STI.
Yeah, they still make
or throw the STI transmission behind the that generation engine.
Yeah.
Because I mean that way at least you get because they threw the brakes on it, so it's like just throw the transmission in that car and see how it handles behind the that was a 2.4 direct injected. So
it wouldn't even be hard, I bet, because the
we done it on yours.
right, like mine was the FA20.
Yeah.
We put the STI trans in, like it fit perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So-
is like if a random place and can do it, why couldn't Subaru that makes
I mean,
all their stuff do it? You know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it isn't that hard. So, at least, or like I said, if you put the STI transmission in it, then I mean, technically, you could have called it an STI.
Right. Right. But if anything, I feel like that's what this is going to do is make it where the people who have the S209, their value of cars is going to keep going higher than
Yeah.
what it was already jumping, because it jumped quite a bit,
Right.
because that's like the last real one.
Yeah.
You know.
And I mean, heck, there was only 209 of those. So, I mean, they did run a 500 on these. And I think Subaru usually does a good job when they do these limited runs because they had the orange, like, Halloween edition.
Right.
Like,
they had the Series
orange-
Gray. Like, they
Yep.
just had, like, these nice cars, but
Yeah.
with this one, it really doesn't feel special.
No. Yeah, I mean, and it's just like another level of, like, WRX.
Right.
Like, just another trim.
I know the trim, like a higher end trim, and like if you really wanted to get like carbon fiber fender flares or
Right.
or a wing, like that was something you could kind of done yourself and save a ton of money.
Yeah,
realistically.
yeah.
I just don't really see where the money is going, because before we actually broke down the S209 price by part by part
Yeah.
of what it would be, and it wasn't really far off from what the
you were
price
paying,
was.
Yeah.
And we actually even talked about like they might have even lost money because certain parts, like if you were to do it yourself, like it would have cost you so much.
Yeah.
With this one, I don't think that's the issue. Like,
No,
that's
'cause
that's
this-
not really.
I mean, it's
I don't see
just-
the value anymore.
It's just trim and stuff like that, like, which it might be a good move for Subaru with, because it's stuff they already had and it don't cost them any more to assemble
Right.
cars. But I just don't think the Subaru Performance transmission was like the move to put in it. Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments, or what you. I mean, like, does it look better than the standard WRX? Yeah, but does it deserve an S badge?
No, it really doesn't.
Let us know what y'all think too.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if Subaru just goes ahead and kills the WRX like in a couple of generations. I just don't really kind of see him keeping that car, sadly.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of how I started
Well,
and everything.
And everything is kind of pushing towards UV, so it's like, y'all got to.
There is that rumor of like a all-wheel drive 400-ish horsepower electric STI coming out. Maybe that's kind of what they want, but that's just not going to be the same. Let's be
No,
real.
you got to have that Subaru rumble. But yeah, because I think that's what's made it and carried it as far as it does. And I mean, to me, the EJ is still the better engine.
It just has so many parts. Like, it's not even that it's a better motor. Like, it's just they have figured out every little issue with it. And
Yeah, like the FAs are good. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's just, man, when it comes to tearing them down and rebuilding them, it's it takes like twice the time.
Oh, wow.
To tear, like literally, where if it's an EJ, you can take it out same day, tear it down, and literally if you had the heads refreshed and everything, you could probably reassemble it, have it back in the car
In a weekend type job if you had everything.
Yeah, like literally in a day. Like, I mean, we've had cases where we got them to the machine shop and literally the car was tore apart Monday and running by Friday. So.
Wow.
But with the FAs, like, you'll take it out, it'll take a day to tear it down and clean it. And just because they didn't really use gaskets, it's just the whole engine's got like Honda Bond everywhere.
Yeah.
And it takes so many more hours to clean all that off. And then there's so much more cost with an FA too, because you got to replace all the cam gears once you got a failure. If you had a significant failure, it's really even hard to use the heads because there's so much like VVTi stuff running through the heads that, you know, how are you going to clean all those passages and stuff?
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, so if you had the rods come out the top of the motor, then you might as well chuck it in the bin.
Right. The whole motor, not just the block.
Yeah.
Which, you know, as much as people talk crap about the EJ, like, it was most of the time it was just the block that, you know, kind of went bad. Sometimes you'll see some head issues, but
Yeah,
but it wasn't that common.
a few ringling failures.
Right.
But, I mean, and we don't really see that as common as, well, just not having oil in the engine. But that would be our number one probably failure point of, I would say, out of 10 motors, that's like 9.
Right.
So,
Just keep your fluids in.
yeah. And
keep coolant, keep
'em
oil,
running.
keep spark, and they'll run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, let us know what y'all think about the S209, and I think it wasn't a good one for Subaru, like, or not the S209, the S210.
Yeah.
Because the S209 was pretty sweet.
Yeah. We actually know two guys that had them. One of them got rid of it, and the other one still has it, and it's a really good handling car. I've been in some back roads with him, and especially how he drives. Yeah,
But yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah, there's definitely like where you can drive the standard like 2015 up, and then you can drive the S209, and
There was a major jump on
major
how it
difference
handled,
too.
yeah.
But guys, let us know what y'all think about the S210 WRX, and you know, drop a comment below and let us know, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.